Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our The Bachelorette update. This is kind of just like a big cauldron full of just Bachelor Nation ingredients that we are like stirring around here because
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and it's sort of like a whole bunch of little pieces, so we thought we'd do like a roundup.
this is by far the most dramatic season in Bachelorette history, and I'm not even joking. It hasn't even started yet, and usually we don't get so like wrapped up in the preseason and the rumors, and it has bled over to real life in a way I did not expect. I'm assuming you did not expect.
No.
I don't think Chris Harrison expected it. I think the only person who might have expected it is Claire, but we'll get into that in a minute among some other rumors about Tayshia, Becca, like so much of stuff going on here. But before we get into any of it, if you guys do like this video, give us a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and if you do want to support us more, check those links to the store in the description and also our Patreon, where we have a lot of different benefits, including live chats, and I highly suggest you check that out as well.
All right, ready to get into this?
It's a lot, so just prepare yourselves, buckle up, strap in, whatever you need to do.
Okay, so originally this was supposed to be Claire is the Bachelorette.
Yeah.
So now it seems that Claire is seemingly done already, and that Tayshia is now going to be the new Bachelorette, and that it seems very likely that these stories are true. There's a lot of major outlets that have been talking about this now. So many people are talking about this. So looks like Claire may have found her love on the show, and she actually was, for whatever reason, they let her go and they brought in Tayshia. So I was really excited about Claire, so I'm excited that we're still going to get some Claire, but I'm also very excited about Tayshia. But for me, I wish that Tayshia was just going to have a whole season. I'll take what I get, but, whole season.
Let's have some real talk here. Okay, I might as well just put the devil horns on now for this. Okay, because here's the truth of it.
All right, here we go.
I really wanted this to be the case, that this rumor was true, because I want the drama. I don't feel that devilish about it, honestly. This is like a half devil, because really
So it's like this?
Yeah, it's like one devil horn, because it's really just Claire's still seemingly finding love, but the part of this show that I always find incredibly boring is when it gets down to like final 5, final 3, and there's just like all this filler and all these dates that feel like the same thing.
Okay, and I'm the total opposite here. I like drama kind of at the beginning, when the lead is still trying to find their footing, trying to figure out who they want to be with. By the end, I'm ready for the love portion of it, where I'm getting my romance and I'm getting kind of swept away in it all. So I like drama, then we're getting into the love. I love love.
I love love too. I just don't need 20 minutes of it on a one-on-one date. Listening to these two people being, this is amazing. You're amazing. This is amazing.
It's so amazing.
Okay. Well, that is probably still going to happen.
Yes.
Just more abridged now, because I'm assuming Tayshia's season is going to be like they've put it into like shrink wrap, and it's just sort of like closing in on itself.
Now, there is another rumor that's out there that hasn't really been confirmed, but if you love the drama, then I'm sure you've heard this already. Claire and her choice, and we're not saying who it is because we don't want to spoil it for anybody. We'll spoil a little bit by talking about this stuff, but there's lots of places, if you want to know who her choice is, it's out there. Claire and her choice may have actually been talking pre-show, and so when they showed up to do the show, it was very obvious that they were already each other's choice.
This is a very weird season of Bachelorette, because usually maybe a contestant finds out about one or two people. I mean, maybe a lead finds out about one or two people before it starts. Like, I think JoJo knew about Jordan Rogers before that season started. But Claire, she's had months with a lot of these potential guys just kind of floating out there because they released the cast and then production got shut down earlier this spring. Yep. So she had a lot of time to Google them. Presumably, if you're one of these guys, if you are into Claire, why are you going to wait like 4 months to actually have a conversation with her when there are such things as Instagram DMs and text messaging. And I suspect highly, and I don't know for sure, but I suspect highly that this is true. Like, I think that this happened. I think we're going to get a lot of drama because this dude's going to show up, and it's going to be obvious to all the other guys, and then they're going to be like, bro, what am I doing here other than promoting my fitness Instagram?
And it's actually really strange in a lot of ways that Clare would do this, because she's been really vocal about sort of just like, don't come here for your Instagram followers, don't like, you know, do all this type of shady going behind the scenes and whatever. She's been on different sort of adaptations of this show. She's been part of the franchise for a long time. She's finally getting her shot to be the lead and to find love. Why would you then do this? I was a bit surprised that on her end, she would want to start having a relationship before she's going to have her shot at being the lead, because she's always been on someone else's sort of, they're the lead and she's part of the cast. Now she's a star. She's the star, and she blew it in that way. It's good that she found love, but why not just wait until you're there? If he's the guy, he's going to be the guy there too.
Here's a twist. If you're going to be allowed to talk to this guy, you know, in like elections, sometimes networks have to provide equal time to different candidates. Clare also then should have had to have talked to every other guy for the same amount of time pre-season, because then by that point, there's going to be like some guy that's in there who just straight up hates, and there's like instant drama from night one. Maybe you get a real competition. It just feels like this one guy, if this is the only guy Clare spoke to pre-show, it's just like he got to start the basketball game early, and he's got like 30 points on everyone else.
I can't wait for the moment that if they do the whole, he gets out of the limo and she's just like, hi, it's nice to meet you. It is nice to meet you too. Like, I'm very curious to see what that lie is going to look like.
Somebody else should like come in with like phone records showing all the phone conversations. If there's a private eye on this season. Okay, well, I'll go briefly into this is just a small thing. It's interesting to me that supposedly, and this is according to OK Magazine, this is far from confirmed, but Clare and her choice may be just sort of like locked away somewhere in a private home because they don't want to get the spoilers out there, obviously, or even though they kind of already are, but still, maybe they're just wanting to bring them back for something later on in Tayshia's season, and this way they can kind of sort of be quarantined and sort of locked away so that they don't have to go through this process again with them.
Speaking about bringing people in for Tayshia's season.
Oh, boy.
Holy smokes.
All right.
Okay. There's been, Wells has been on set, Hannah Ann has been on set, Ashley and Jared have been on set, and Becca has been on set. Everybody has been on set. It is crazy. And I know we've seen this happen on lots of other Bachelor and Bachelorettes where they bring people from the past or bring in whoever, and we're like the only people that watch Bachelor Listen to Your Heart. And they brought in a bunch of people as well as judges or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's, the show does like to bring in other people and little bits of success and stuff like that. So it's not too surprising to see people coming back. And this isn't a conventional season. We've got 2 leads going on here, 2 like half seasons.
It's not that surprising. There's still weird questions I have about it, because it's sort of like, if you're Hannah Ann, for example, I don't know if Hannah Ann has ever had a conversation with Tayshia. It's like they're not on the same season. They weren't on Paradise together. If you're Hannah Ann, if you're actually doing something on the show, and I'm assuming if you are in the greater Palm Springs area at the time in which The Bachelorette is filming, you're not from there, there's probably a connection. Are you really willing to quarantine yourself for like 2 weeks or however long it is just to have like 2 minutes of screen time in an episode?
It is also very interesting that Hannah Ann is back, because man, during that season with Peter, I felt like, and I was the only person that just didn't have a problem with Hannah Ann, that was like, I kind of feel bad for what's going on. I kept saying, I'm feeling bad. I'm kind of feeling bad for her. By the end, everybody was on Team Hannah Ann with the way that Peter was treating her. It was so poor.
Yeah.
That, I mean, it's not surprising that people would want to see her back. But man, if you had asked me at the beginning of Peter's season, will I ever see Hannah Ann again? The answer would just be no. The audience doesn't like her. Nobody's rooting for her. But here we are. I'm happy to see her back. I'm excited. I liked her.
I don't know. I'm still. I don't know about Hannah Ann. I mean, good on her for telling off Peter. I did appreciate that. This is the thing with this, is that I know they're not filming Bachelor in Paradise. Like, let's get that out of the way now. They're not, well, Ashley and Jared are already together. They wouldn't be on Paradise anyway. But they're seeing Wells there, and according to some photos, he was kind of dressed as the bartender, his Paradise character. My theory is, because they're all trapped in this one resort environment, they can't go anywhere. I think The Bachelorette is going to feel at times like a sitcom and a little bit like Bachelor in Paradise at times, where, like you're watching a Seinfeld episode and, Kramer just like opens the door and runs into the room and everybody like applauds.
Hey, it's Ashley and Jared!
Yeah, I feel like that's going to kind of be what this is. They just need some content. So it's going to be like they're going to show bro number one at the bar being upset that Tayshia's with somebody else, and Wells is gonna be like, "Are you okay, man?" And then everybody's gonna be like, "It's Wells!" Ah!
Yeah, and I also think because there is no Bachelor in Paradise, that having Wells on this part of the season reminds everybody that this show is not over, that because of everything that's going on obviously in the real world, they're unable to have it right now, but guys, remember that it's out there, it should be back, and all that sort of good stuff.
I've seen ABC put out a promo for this season, and it was like a silhouette of the Bachelorette, and that was it. It was like 5 seconds. It's like, guys, we have all seen the reports now. I don't know who you're trying to fool with this nonsense, but the only other thing that's really kind of sort of out there, and this has been out there for a while, are the questions about whether or not Garrett and Becca have broken up. Maybe is Becca going to announce it on The Bachelorette? Is that why she's there? Here's the real truth of it. If they're going to make the announcement, I'm just fine letting them make the announcement. I'm not down with Garrett. Garrett is a man of great nonsense and bad takes. So I'm just fine if I'll feel bad because I do love, and I want people to work some things out, but I think there was John Mulaney on Twitter after Becca's season. He just tweeted, "Enjoy your terrible decision, ma'am." So,
and here we are.
So I don't know. We know that's out there. I thought we had to acknowledge it, but we'll see ultimately what happens with it.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out.
But anyway, those are the items you need to know about The Bachelorette right now. Let's go ahead and ask you guys: is this the most dramatic season of The Bachelorette ever? Let us know.
Is that your Chris Harrison?
Yeah, that is. Well, yeah.
Awesome.
I don't know if it's that great. I'm gonna work on it. All right. If you guys do like this video, give us a like, subscribe, support us further. Check those links to the Patreon, to the store, and we'll see you here next time.